Bulkhead saga. Return of the Bulkhead. So, we took the bulkhead out.
Yes.
Because the metal bulkhead was angled in towards the van like this, which meant building cabinets, kitchen, hanging mirrors, cupboards, like anything that we want to do with this wall, like stupid hard, because you've got an angled wall that you then have to work up.
We've got a seat on that side, which would have just made a horrible backrest.
Yeah, you would have been sat forward like this. So now we'll have a nice flat wall once it goes in. Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Tanya.
Back in the land before COVID, we were climbing and outdoor enthusiasts.
We would spend every moment of our busy London lives travelling to wonderful places for adventure. We never believed the party would end.
It didn't work out that way though. The world had other ideas for everyone, and it's fair to say COVID-19 has life on hold for us all.
We went from working and climbing 24/7 to couch potatoes. This led to days spent talking and dreaming about converting a van. Where would we go? How would we build it? And would it be full time?
We started sketching ideas out on paper, and that was it. We were getting a van.
Come and join us on our new adventure of building our dream home on wheels and learn with us how it's done.
No, don't eat that. Hello. This is where she went. She left me so we could have sausage sandwiches.
Hungry.
I've got something I want to show you.
What is it?
Some support structure.
How are you going to put that in?
Magic. Should we watch Tanya lose her fingers?
These vegan chorizo sausages are so good.
They look like the real thing, I'm not going to lie.
They do, don't they? It's all that smoked paprika.
Don't push the window out. Imagine. That's a little. I have a little bit of a phobia of accidentally going whoa, it falling out. I'm sure it wouldn't. I'm sure. Alright. Let's.
The conventional sort of trigger mechanism.
Yeah.
And then that's the blade height.
Right, okay. And does that.
And that, you've got an exhaust port either side, and that determines which side the exhaust's on. Whether it comes out this side, because it sucks up the stuff.
Yeah.
And that is to catch it.
Okay, cool.
And then it's got a zip on it, so you can undo it and then put it in the bin. Rather than it go big snowstorm.
Alright. The twisty thing that controls the blade, does that control how much you take off?
Yes, so the bigger the blade, obviously the deeper it cuts. And it does cut too, and it is powerful, so just be careful. You just want to lay it on, hold it nice and steady, and it will take off half an inch at a time if you're not careful.
Alright, okay. We'll get some practice wood.
Yeah.
You just need to get,
It's
once
hard
you've done it a
doing
couple
it.
of times, you go, oh right, I've got it now. It's not difficult, you just don't wind it down and go, because it will literally, you'll end up with a big scallop in it if you're not careful.
Right, okay. Interesting. Okay, see how it goes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. to plane this edge down. So what's this technique?
Super glue and masking tape. Masking tape on your workbench, masking tape on your piece of wood, and you put super glue on the masking tape. And then when you're doing any kind of woodwork, so if you're using a router, a planer, anything like rasps, files, you can essentially keep that piece of wood clamp free, so you've got all the space to move the tool on it.
How's that?
Pretty spot on. That's pretty spot on.
Wow. That's flush. That's perfect. Awesome. Well done. Yeah. Come on, let's do it.
It's snowing again. Love working on the van when it's cold. It's not annoying at all. What are you doing, Tam?
Making pattern pieces because the bulkhead position's changed, so the initial bit that we cut out is now not fitting there. Well, we've cut off too much because it's supposed to be inset. Does that make sense? No.
Sort of. Essentially, where this corner's missing and you can see the frame, she's creating a pattern so that we don't see that frame anymore. Cover up a mistake so that we don't have to scrap an entire piece of wood, which was someone's idea at one point.
No, I was saying to repurpose it.
So I'm going to go and cut out the first one she's done on that side, and then while I'm doing that, she's going to make a new pattern for the other side, and then fingers crossed we can then get it all screwed in. Actually no, we're not going to screw it in because we need to carpet the other side. That side is a lot better than the other side, our first side, but excuse me. Yeah. Right, this is the current view from the other side, and we've been working out how to carpet this and then carpet the frame. And I think currently we're on doing them separately. Is that what we've just agreed on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is Tanya's world. She works with fabrics. I'm going with you on this.
Okay. So this bulkhead's not attached yet. We're going to put a thermal liner on the front and the back.
Yeah?
And then we'll attach the carpet onto this side nice and smooth and bring it around the back. And then before we attach this on, we'll tackle covering all of this edge. I just don't know what to bulk this out with, so it's like...
Cardboard?
Something as flimsy as that. How are we going to keep it in place?
Piece of really thin...
Yeah.
This? We've got that really thin stuff, and we've got all those offcuts from the panels.
We had to look at the distance that we had to build it out from, which was quite a bit.
Yeah, it's come out quite a lot. So we've got 2x1 on the sides, and that was just enough. So we've got 2x1 on the sides, and then this is
a variety
of pieces of wood that I've created a sandwich with glue, screws and everything. And the back piece of this wood because this piece of metal that I've screwed it to is at an angle like this again. So I've planed the back of the wood to match the angle so that when you put it on, it goes nice and flat.
Beautifully
and
straight right now.
So yeah, it's straight now.
And that took a lot of hard work in figuring out.
Yeah, that was the hardest bit so far.
And that was, yeah, so this feels really good to have this at this stage. And because it's built out so far, it was quite weak, so we put these stability supports.
Yeah, so there is a
And he's
piece
made
there,
it really solid.
and then another piece in this corner here. So that is like support so that it can take a bit of weight. So now it feels pretty strong.
And we've just finished off with a thermal liner, which will sort of create a good barrier, stop any cold airflow or escape. And also there was a lot of empty gap here, so we've just bulked that out with foam.
Yeah. So this is a bit of thermal treatment plus smoothing this out and bulking it out so that when Tanya puts the auto carpet on here, it will be nice and smooth and the finish will look smart.
So it'll just continue like that.
So yeah, we're going to pull out this here, shove the auto carpet in here, and then it's going to glue to this, and then we will cover the bulkhead on this side in auto carpet, so there'll just be like a seam.
Cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We all good?
The box comes on here, and it's all nice and perfect and smooth.
And this is what I've done. Made space age bulkhead. Ooh. There we go.
Yeah,
Right.
so we've put the sail back on one side of the plywood.
Yeah.
This is two pieces because it's a massive piece of bulkhead.
Oh yeah, and the plain piece of wood is going to have the carpet on. Right. There it is. Look at that. Banging. Absolutely banging. Chuffed. So, yeah, we got the auto carpet on it in the end, which took about 5 times to try. There's a couple of bits that maybe need
It was a nightmare.
doing. I don't know how we're going to do it now, but yeah,
I just can't believe this is blocked off. This is...
I know, right? We've actually...
It took so much effort.
Mm-hmm.
So many layers to this. It looks like one neat big piece, but behind this...
It's like an ogre. Behind that, it is like an ogre and an onion. But it definitely wasn't a piece of cake.
It was a sculpture piece.
Yeah, so we've got, in between 2 bits of plywood, the thermo lining that we're going to use on our van.
Which is sandwiched.
And then on the side of the cab there is auto carpet. And then, yeah, this side will be, once we've built the kitchen and all that, we'll clad the top half, which you'll be able to see. I'm not cladding the bottom bit, which you can't see. Because that is crazy cupcakes. Crazy cupcakes.
This is a milestone.
Right, I'm not being funny, but I want dinner.
I'm starving.
We've earned it. We've earned it.
Look at that! Solid!